channel. I want to talk to you a little bit about XRP because I asked a question there on my Instagram stories. As folks asked me our questions, and a large percentage of them were about XRP, price predictions, where it goes next, how much should people buy, etc. So I'll just share my 2 cents worth today on this live as I'm driving up towards the office. Quick introduction. Hi, my name is Dinny from Bitcoin With Dinny. We're Ireland's first Bitcoin consulting company, and we're into our 5th year of helping people to understand Bitcoin, to custody their Bitcoin in a much more secure way, and to help to create plans to retire early by building Bitcoin pension. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you do subscribe. It's awesome to get a subscriber every single time. It's a little buzz. I don't know why. It's just like, yes, another subscriber, and we're like approaching 5,000 now, which is unreal. I used to think if you could get all my subscribers in a room, the room be full. Then I was like, okay, we need a bigger room. What about like a hotel conference room? Now I'm like at the stage, 5,000 people wouldn't fit in a hotel conference room. Where the hell are we going to put them? But anyway, sorry for waffle. XRP, Ripple. The token has been performing amazing over the last month, and anyone who is an XRP investor, I suppose, you have been beaten down for years and years and years and years. So I won't begrudge anyone of returns or gains. I think everyone owns their money, and you know, I think everyone should have the choice to do what they want with their money. They exchange their time for it. So you know, spend it as you please, invest it as you please, do it as you please, as long as you're not doing harm, I guess. That's why we have laws. But I will I'll just give my context around why I'm not an XRP investor, why I won't be an XRP investor, and my reasoning for that. The whole ethos of Bitcoin is it's a money you can own. So it's censorship resistant money. It's also money with a limited supply. With XRP, I don't know what the supply is. I know that there's more XRP than there are people on the planet. Remember, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. And I think the first place where I see a lot of people go wrong, especially when I'm consulting with people in my office, and I've consulted with over 1,000 people now, been in the space a long time, and unit bias is the biggest mistake that I see people make. And what unit bias is, it's people want or need to own a full unit of something. So people will look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is now just under $100,000. And then people will look at something like an XRP and go, well, I can own a full one of them. In fact, I could own 10 of them, or I could actually own 1,000 of them. Whereas I can't even own half a Bitcoin, never mind a full Bitcoin. And that's the first mistake. And I'll just give you my analogy in case you haven't heard it before. But I think it's good for explaining unit bias. If I'm to say to someone, I will sell you a €500 note, and I'm going to sell it to you for €100. Like, that's a good trade, okay? Even though you have to spend €100, you're getting something that's 5x more valuable. If I see a piece of dog poo on the ground and I say to you, I'll sell you that for a penny. In fact, no way. Let's make it a crypto. I'll sell it to you for 100 of a penny. I'll sell you 20,000 of them for 100 of a penny. Which are you better off investing in? Okay? Now, obviously, the one that costs more is the better investment because it has value. So price is detached from value. And that's where most people are going wrong. The second problem with XRP is that it's so centralized. I think it's about 70% of the tokens are still owned by the creators. And remember, they created them for free. And they gave them to themselves, and they gave them to their friends and their early stage investors, and then retail buy them. Like, and even if you're buying them for a penny, 10p or €2, you're still paying for something that someone else is spinning up for nothing. Okay, now if we just attribute all these things back to Bitcoin to see the difference, I think it might help. With Bitcoin, no Bitcoin were ever given to anyone for free. Okay, somebody either mined them by burning electricity, okay, or they purchased them. They may have purchased them at a cheaper price, okay, but that's investing. So with Bitcoin, every Bitcoin in the world was either purchased or mined. Or I suppose every Bitcoin in the world was mined. The only way to create Bitcoin is to mine it, and that means you need to buy hardware, you need to run software, you need to have an internet connection, and you need to pay for electricity. Okay, so that makes it a fair system where there's not different rules. Most of crypto, majority, all of crypto, seems to work a lot more like the traditional financial system, that the bigger you are, the rules change, and the smaller you are, the rules change. The bigger you are, the rules are better. It's easier for you when you're big. Bigs get bailouts. Bigs become too big to fail. Bigs can take crazy risk because they know that we will privatize the gains, meaning they can do what they want to make loads of money. Remember, that's what all the banks done in 08. But when it goes wrong, we socialize the losses. Everybody pays for it. Taxpayer pays. The generations after us will all pay for the mistakes the bankers made while they got filthy rich in the process. Okay, so that's why Bitcoin is a bottoms-up movement, because it's a new system where the rules are the same, and depending on where you sit on the Bitcoin hierarchy, whether you own 0.0001 of a Bitcoin, or you own one whole Bitcoin, or you even own 100 Bitcoin, or 1,000 Bitcoin, or 10,000 Bitcoin, the rules are the same for everybody, and that's not the same in all our traditional financial systems, and it's not the same in crypto. When you have more influence over projects, you can change the rules, you can wind them back sometimes even. You know, if something happens that you don't like, we've seen that with Ethereum, they actually wound Ethereum back because some of a large portion of Ethereum was stolen way back when in the early days, so they basically rolled the chain back to undo the theft. And therefore it shows that it's centralized. Now my third reason is that everybody's talking about it, and whenever anyone is all over something, to me that's the signal that it's too late. Okay, I go onto Facebook now and I see people who didn't have any crypto content up for the last 3 years, and it's just XRP, Ripple, learn how to change your life, get rich, look at this, I can't believe the returns are so amazing. So there are people who've done zero work to understand the space. The smart people are the people who you'll know put out content all the way through the bear market, showed you what the opportunities were. They're the people who I would listen to, or who I do listen to, and I suppose I am one of them. The people who just arrive on the hype train and the hopium train, and they pump altcoins when they're pumping, like these people, they won't be here in the next bear market, which we will get. We will have a market cycle, and that means we'll have a market crash, and all these people will disappear. Okay, and the reason they've disappeared is they've lost a lot of money and they have to go back to work. Okay, and they don't have any conviction or understanding in what they were pumping. That's why once the price crashes, they give up all hope. Whereas when the price of Bitcoin goes down, I start screaming, guys, this is the opportunity. Bitcoin it was $69,000. We're back in the 20s. This is generational. Please do my course. Let me teach you. Let me help you understand it so you see the opportunity that we see. Okay. My next reason about why I won't be purchasing Ripple. Now this is me being really frank and sometimes too frank. And if you like that, let me know in the comments. If you think I need to sugarcoat things, you can let me know as well. But to me, what Ripple is, Ripple is an amazing company. If you can buy the equity in Ripple, buy the hell out of it. But people can't. They're buying this token. Okay? So to me, what XRP seems to be is, it's where uneducated people in crypto, okay, give their money. And generally these are people who are not financially well off. Okay, so they strive to create wealth. That's how they fall for the narrative. That's how people fall for scams all the time, because it promises great results really fast and really easily, and therefore we just disregard all rationality, and we just look through magazines of what car we're going to buy, and we live in that romantic scenario. It's why people buy lotto tickets, you know, because, and I'll give you an example of that. I remember when my cousin bought a lotto ticket when I was a kid. He's a couple of years older than me, and he bought a lotto ticket for the first time, and you know, he wouldn't get out of bed till 2 o'clock in the day or anything. He's a successful guy now, but back then he was just like, we used to go over and play football with him when we finished school and try and get him out of the bed. And he bought a lotto ticket. And then what we done is we got the Argos catalogue and we started picking everything we were going to buy because we bought the lotto ticket. It was like, surely we're going to win. And it felt so good to do it. And to me, that's why people gamble, why people take high risk bets, why people buy crypto with no education, and why people do the lotto, why people, you know, because you get to fantasize if this works. But I just like maths, and mathematically it doesn't work, and maths is truth. So the reason why where was I going with that? Ripple. Okay, yeah. So what XRP is, it's where less financially educated people who don't understand crypto or investing fundamentals or investing principles, they give their money to billionaires, because the creators of this token, they were millionaires, then they were multi-millionaires, but they're now billionaires, and they're some of the wealthiest people on the planet. So they give their money to the wealthiest people on the planet. And what do the wealthiest people on the planet do with their money? Well, we know that this technology possibly will be used to create the digital euro, which will mean the freedom, the quality of life of anyone. Generally, all the poor people are the ones who are going to be stuck on the digital euro. The wealthy people, you know, they've got Bitcoin positions, they've got alternative investments. They won't be all in on that, but it's the people, the low net worth people, are the ones who will be fully enslaved into the digital euro, and they'll never be able to get out of it. Well, so the people who are funding their own demise are these people who are hoping to get rich on Ripple, or on XRP, sorry. And then XRP goes and helps governments to build digital technologies for digital IDs and other totalitarian things like this that will reduce freedoms and reduce the control over people have over their very life. So to me, it's just like, I only invest into things I believe in. I only build companies on things I believe in. I only sell things that I absolutely, with passion, believe in. That's why whenever you meet me, I speak about all my businesses, because they're all my passions. Okay? So to invest in, put your money into something that's going to ruin the life of your kids and the generations after you, it just doesn't make sense to me. There's easier ways to get rich. Okay? There's better opportunities to get rich. And folks, you're not even getting rich, because if you price XRP in Bitcoin, where everyone goes wrong, they price it in short-term epochs of euro. Like this month it went up this much percent in euros. You're not realizing the game. If you price XRP in Bitcoin, you will see that the graph goes all the way from the top going down and to the right. Okay? In that XRP is just destroying value when priced in Bitcoin. And any person over the last month, year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, wishes that they actually just done the work on Bitcoin and accumulated some Bitcoin instead, because their purchasing power is much bigger in Bitcoin. In that Bitcoin will buy more XRP tokens all the time, because XRP is hemorrhaging value priced in Bitcoin. Sorry, I lost it there for a second. XRP is hemorrhaging value priced in Bitcoin. So if you're in crypto to make a short-term trade and you just want to come in and get more euros over the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you know, have at it. Have a go. Statistically, you'll probably lose money. The odds are against you. But if you're someone who's trying to create generational wealth, wealth is a mindset. That's all it is. It's a shift in mindset. It's about understanding principles and fundamentals and then applying them. And then that's how wealth is created. I know, because I went from zero net worth, living in a mobile home, to hit my financial goals before 40. And it's a mindset shift. It's nothing to do with tokens. It's nothing to do with assets. It's nothing to do with finding an opportunity. It's all the mindset. And my last little story to finish off this live, I can't remember who it was now, but I met somebody, oh yeah, I do now. And I won't even give too much information actually, but a person in their network, in their family, extended family, had won the lotto many years ago. But that person still worked a job, is at retirement age, and they're working their ass off, whereas they won the lotto back when millions was a hell of a lot of money. And it's like, we were both speaking because we're both, you know, entrepreneurs, and we understand that it's just a mindset thing. It's nothing to do with the opportunity. It's nothing to do with how much money you make. It's all a mindset. And everything that I sort of discussed there is showing you the separation of the different mindsets. And hopefully you get some value off that. If you do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Become part of the community. And for now, I'll say Dinny out.